2011-0286, Parish President's remarks and report. Mr. St. Pierre.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm going to spend my time giving you a little synopsis of the rain event that happened during Tropical Storm Lee. There are many reasons why St. Charles Parish responded as well during the Tropical Storm Lee. Our residents heard our warnings and appeared to have limited their travel in very dangerous times. I mean, you don't know how important it is that that you listen to this and stay inside. I know it's people who have a lot of kids, they get a little cabin fever and want to get out, but by us not having to fight much traffic on the highways to clean drainage ditches, culverts, and catch basin, it makes our jobs a lot easier. The rain that was spread out across several days, the numerous tornado warnings never manifested a funnel cloud capable of damaging any property, and the parish government was proactive in storm ready initiatives. Over the past 2 years, St. Charles Parish had made a lot of infrastructure improvements. We did raise the levee over 3,000 feet on Holder Estates. We opened up major ditches on Choctaw. We blocked off ditches downstream from Choctaw to stop the title exchange coming into the subdivisions. As you know, we spent a lot of money and got a lot of grants on providing bar screen cleaners to all our pumping stations. And we also added pumps at East Harding Street where you couldn't even get out on a regular rain. Now we have a little pump in there where they can get in and out. We added gates at Prescott and Munster to control the tile exchange coming in from Lake Pontchartrain. We added huge culverts in James Business Park. We used to have 1.5 to 2 foot of water on that road, and this weekend we drove back there and there wasn't a drop of water on that road. We increased the pumping capacity at Alameda and Walker. Cross Bayou Pumping Station, which is eventually going to have 6 major pumps, only had 2 running, and they really pulled that canal down. In fact, we pulled so much water out of the canal, we pulled a boat off the bottom. We had to take the boat and throw it on the bank. So all these improvements we feel was money well spent. To say we're out the woods, we're not out the woods because every storm is different. I think that what saved us in this storm is that when those feeder bands came in, they came in, dumped a lot of rain, and then they stopped for an hour or two, and they allowed our pumps the time, the water to get to those pumps and pump them out. So to say that we're out the woods and we're never going to flood again, we're never going to have any street flooding or houses getting flooded, we don't know that because every storm is different. I think what really went well this time, the EOC, we had an early meeting on Wednesday afternoon. We called the executives, all the appointed staff in, and Scott Welcham, our EOC director, made it clear to everybody this wasn't going to be a Labor Day weekend for us. This is going to be a working weekend. Mr. Sam, his department, he kind of spearheaded everything. We worked 16 hours around the clock. We went to 2 shifts to allow some people to get some rest over a 4-day period. Every department chipped in. Planning and zoning rode the parish in 5 hours before the storm hit, and they made a list of every trash pile, every culvert that was blocked, and we got with SDT. SDT got trucks in the parish, got all that picked up, so all that debris wasn't in culverts, and we wasn't out there fighting that late at night trying to get those culverts unblocked. The recreation department got with Sam and his crew, and we had those guys out cleaning bar screen cleaners. And I think the most brilliant thing that Sam did is the areas that we know that flooded, we had people in that area before the rain event even started. So as that water started to come up, they were cleaning those catch basins and those drains. So Sam, very good thinking on your part on that one. The recreation department chipped in, and the people who wasn't essential, he gave them to Sam, ride around with his people to clean culverts. They also prepared the meals for the workers to make sure that the workers got fed properly and at the proper time. Our public information handled the distribution of the information well, and the content well enough in the contents to make them go to the source, to come to us instead of going to the news media. Without the foresight and the infrastructure improvements we put over in the last 3 or 4 years, I think we could have been in trouble. And that goes to the dedication of all our employees who work tirelessly for 16 hours without complaining, and I want to just tell them it's a job well done. Just to let you know that some of the the rainfalls in the parish anywhere from 14 to 17 inches of rain over the event. We handled 509 log entries taken in at the EOC. We had 37,590 total notifications by the EOC on the emergency alert system. We got some nasty calls about blowing the sirens about the tornado warnings, but I'm sure those people in Tuscaloosa, Alabama would like to have a warning system when that tornado went through their town. We had 31 streets reported high water, 2 houses reporting flooding in the Norco area on Giacomo. One of them was a guy who built, closed in his carport and made a room out of it. He got low water in his house, and the other house got low water, maybe about 6 inches inside the house. It was really not that big of a deal. We had 5 houses experience leaking roofs, three trees damaged homes or cars, 20 trees down across roads and power lines, 200 power outages, most less than 2 hours, and some of them was in the Beaupre area during the LSU game, so I heard about that. We had no outages out by Saturday night. We had 4 tornado warnings and no damage reported. Just to give you an example of how much water really went through our parish, on a normal day at the Destrehan wastewater plant, we really run around 3 million gallons a day through there. During this rain event, we ran 31 million gallons of water. In Hornville, we usually run 2 million a day, and over this rain event, we ran at the Hornville plant, we ran 22 million gallons of water. And at the pond back of Cousins Pond, we had 8 million gallons of water ran through that. So we had a lot of water ran through the. But all in all, I think all our employees did a great job. Everybody chipped in, and as a matter of fact, we had a meeting today to find out what we did wrong, what we can do better. So each event that we have, and we've been doing this for a long time. Even people have been doing it before we even got here. So we're trying to critique our performance, and hopefully the next event we can perform a lot better. Yesterday, some of the councilmen and I attended the Day of Remembrance at the Shriners in Destrehan. Lieutenant Governor J. Dorden was the guest speaker, and they had 3 firemen from the New York Fire Department. Gave some very sobering testimony. In fact, the first guy they got up there, he choked up for about 5 minutes. He couldn't say anything, but they said a lot of things. But one of the things that really stayed with me was that they said one of the first persons that were killed on the tower when the plane crashed into the tower was the chaplain of the fire department. And he got killed when somebody jumped out the tower and landed on top of him while he was giving the last rites to a person on the ground. So, I mean, there was just so many things that he said that, but you can see those guys are really affected by it. So, I have ordered all the flags in the parish to be flown at half-mast until 9/11, and asked all the residents to display something red, white, and blue in their yards, and on the at 12 noon they'd stop and to say a little silent prayer. In fact, we're going to be passing a resolution later on in the day to ask to join in nationally with that. Today we also submitted a request for a preliminary damage assessment to GOSAP for damage related to the tropical storm. GOSAP is working on the preliminary damage assessment. It has requested a ballpark estimate of the events related and expenditures that may be eligible for reimbursement through public assistance for labor, equipment time, materials, and permanent repairs by the end of the week. Our threshold, we have to meet at least $150,000 threshold. And then Holly, I think the form is what, $337 per person or something for the parish? Per capita? Okay. So, and I'm pretty sure we're going to meet that with the amount of overtime, and it was a holiday, so there's holiday pay on that. So we're on top of that. And that concludes my report, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, V.J. Any questions for Parish President?